Right, this is my kayak. It's a Paler 13. It's 13 foot long. I bought it second hand not long ago, and I've got a few bits and pieces on it now, and I shall show you what I've got and how I've done it. Now, these are scuppers that keep the water out, well, sort of. This is a small hatch, ideal place to keep your keys, your wallet, anything else you want to keep dry, but definitely has to go in a waterproof bag before it goes in there, because water does get in. But it's a handy little spot. I've got a nice comfy seat built onto it, and there's fixing points to fix it down to. As you can see, it's just held on by some brass clips, which is ideal. It's nice and comfortable when you're out at sea. These are my rods with a bit of line to stop them going overboard. I've got two rods, one's 2.5 foot and the other one I think is a 4.5 foot spinning rod, which is ideal for the kayak. These are the little tie downs to stop your oar from disappearing overboard. And here you see my trolling system for my anchor. It runs from the front halfway down the back. It needs to go to the back, but my line wasn't quite long enough, so I'm going to extend that. But it works at the moment, makes life easy. As you can see, there's a ring. This is where the anchor goes. You drop your anchor in there, you tie it up to the height, and then you can just pull the line backwards and forwards. Right, this is my kit box. The big orange containers from B&Q. These little containers are from Tesco's. As you can see, I've drilled a small hole in the sides of them. Ideal for tying your line to them so you don't lose them when you're out in the sea. And they're well watertight. Great for keeping bait in, which you can pre-do before you go out. Saves using a fillet knife, makes it a lot safer. This box has got my bits and pieces in, there's hooks and stuff in there. I'm just going to open it up and show you. Some beads. I've got a Bluetooth headset in there, great to save your phone, so you ain't got to get your phone out. They're cheap as chips now, so if that gets wet, no big deal. You don't lose your phone. As you can see, in the pond, underwater, submerged, totally watertight, great value for money. I think they're about £6 for a pack of 5 of these in various sizes. This one's got my hooks and stuff in it. Keep them separate from other things. The bigger box here has got safety gear in there, bit of line, all the sort of stuff you want to carry when you're out at sea. Could do with more in there really, but it's a start. There's a head torch so you can see if it's dark. My fishing line when I need it. Some tape. This is fantastic stuff. Can't go anywhere without it. Definitely got to take a flare out with you. That's part of your safety gear. You get in trouble, you can mark your position. Also GPS, that's handy. That'll help mark your position for safety reasons. Also it'll mark your best fishing spots too. Another must-have is a knife. You want to keep that on yourself, tied to your buoyancy aid. You go overboard and get tangled up, you want to cut yourself free. So this is an ideal knife. They're only cheap, but got to carry it. Bit of cork for my tweezers, to get my hooks out. That was made from a sanding block cut in half. And also a fire lighter. This thing will light anywhere, so if you get into trouble you can always light a fire. And some plasters, a must have. You get a hook in your finger out at sea, you want to protect yourself. Right, this is my anchor. Another bit of safety kit, but it's also useful for pinning yourself down in a good fishing position. And at sea, it's only a small grapnel. I think this is about 1 kilo. Not very big, but it's suitable for a kayak, more than enough. As you can see, the chain's tied at the bottom. This is so if it gets stuck on the rocks it'll break itself free. And there's just a bit of 15-pound line that ties the top bit so it's snapped nice and easy. Perfect. You can just tie another bit on if it happens and carry on. My line's 15 metres long, more than enough what I need. And this is my chopping board. Try not to use it out at sea. Pair of gloves, keep your hands warm if it gets cold. Very handy to have. made of neoprene. Bit of bungee, don't know what I got it for, but you never know, it might come handy for something. And a spare bit of cork, in case I want to tie something up. This here is a bit of stainless steel wire. There's all my weights tied to it. One end I tied to my boat, as you can see with a loop on, and then the other end is just sprung with a loop. A few little swivel hooks, and lead weights go onto there.